Welcome to another daily roundup of Russian Telegram chatter. Your like and subscribe to my channel would really be appreciated. Subscription is free and it only takes a moment of your time. I monitor and translate Russian Telegram chat channels as a general mood check, so you don't have to. Remember, please do your own research and be wary of propaganda and disinformation, which occurs frequently in Russian chat, especially when there is bad news for Russians concerning the country's illegal and genocidal war in Ukraine. The images used in the video are for illustration purposes only. They do not necessarily represent the issues or translations. And finally, please note, the chat is unverified and I do not endorse the views expressed. Right? Let's get on with it. On Telegram today, the image of the Russian flag on car license plates will become mandatory by the end of 2024, said Alexander Kinstein, head of the State Duma Committee on Information Policy. He also indicated that the corresponding amendments to state standards will be made by the end of this year. The mayor of the city of Bai in the Kostroma region, Igor Rolnikov, received an award for providing feedback to the population. Earlier, he called the city's residents network cockroaches and infantile good-for-nothings. Teachers, educators, and employees of cultural institutions in the Irkutsk region are required to donate bonuses for the needs of the SVO. According to an employee of a cultural institution in the Ust-Kut district, at the end of October, a conference call was held at which regional officials announced that they would withhold a third of the incentive payments. They said that there is not enough money for the SVO, there are no more safety cushions, they have all been spent. Since there is nothing to pay the people who are fighting, they decided to take this considerable money, the interlocutor said. A kindergarten teacher in the Slyudiansky district of the region said that she and her colleagues had already voluntarily collected funds and humanitarian aid for the military, but now they were simply presented with the fact, girls, part of the bonus will be sent to the SVO. Russia has allocated $62 million to resolve the energy crisis in Cuba and sent specialists there. The Russian government has allocated $60 million for the supply of 80,000 tons of diesel fuel and an additional $2 million for equipment and spare parts to ensure uninterrupted power supply in Cuba for at least 2 months, Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Chernyshenko said. Specialists from the Ministry of Energy, Rossetti, and the Ministry of Emergency Situations also came with us. We see that the Republic needs our support, and Russia will do everything possible to help it overcome the consequences of the natural disaster, he said. Telegram founder Durov's sperm has begun to be distributed for free in Moscow. You can get pregnant from the Telegram founder in one of the clinics, but you need to go through a special selection to do so. This is Russia in 2024. 6,500 residents of Buryatia live without electricity. They have every dinner by candlelight. The head of Rossetti was warned of criminal liability. Power engineers do not comply with court decisions on connecting residential buildings to electricity. And even million-dollar fines apparently do not scare them much. Russia plans to open embassies in Gambia, Liberia, the Union of Comoros and Togo, as well as other African countries. We will secure their votes in the UN too. In addition, it is planned to open a Russian trade mission in Senegal in the near future, and Russia has already signed documents on military and military technical cooperation with 33 African countries, Kobyakov boasted. Persons who have received Russian citizenship but have not undergone the oath procedure will be deprived of their Russian citizenship status from November 23, 2024, the MVD Media website reports. The provisions of the decree do not apply to those who acquired Russian citizenship before September 1, 2017, when the obligation to take the oath came into force, or were exempted from it at the time of receiving citizenship. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember, the chat is unverified. I do not endorse the views expressed. Be wary of disinformation and DYOR. I monitor and translate Vatnik channels as a general mood check, so you don't have to. I do not endorse the views expressed. Be wary of disinformation and do your own research. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I also leave comments open for feedback, which I really appreciate. You can view my original posts in much more detail on Twitter. Follow me at bfeeta_fella. My research threads also include full references and sources to speed up your own research. Did you know that I also provide daily updates and deep dive research videos on a range of interesting subjects, including economics, geopolitics, sanctions circumventions, fossil fuel updates, and much more. If you are able to support me, look for the links to buy me a coffee and Patreon. I do provide links in the description of the video. I really appreciate all the support I can get towards my research, equipment, and publication costs. Thank you to those who have supported. You are simply awesome. Your regular support is really appreciated. The YouTube edition of my Russian Telegram chat translations is released every night at midnight UK time. Have a great day. I look forward to your next visit.